Apple Gift Card is a practical gift that unlocks a world of entertainment and fun. You can send it via email or give a physical card to your loved ones. Your friends and family can spend it on their favorite Apple services, including Apple subscriptions. Apple Gift Card can be used to buy all things Apple: products, accessories, apps, games, movies, TV shows, iCloud Plus, and more. Visit apple.com for details and to send Apple Gift Cards to your friends and family this holiday season.
If you've been struggling to fall asleep or stay asleep, try listening to a guided meditation tonight on the Sleep Meditation for Women podcast. Meditations are a natural, easy way to quiet your mind and relax your body so you can get the sleep you need. Every night, Sleep Meditation for Women provides a new episode, from body relaxations to guided visualizations and even dedicated sleep sounds. Listen for free now by searching Sleep Meditation for Women on your favorite podcast player and begin sleeping better tonight.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 1995, 5 Tips to Be More Likable, by Chalene Johnson of ChaleneJohnson.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ORD. Thank you so much for joining once again. I'm your host and narrator, Greg Audino, and this time I'm here to share a post with you courtesy of Chalene Johnson on tips you can follow to become more likable. So listen closely, and at the same time, I'd also encourage you to ask yourself why it might mean a lot for you to feel likable. Let's get into the post now as we optimize your life. 5 Tips to Be More Likable, by Chalene Johnson of ChaleneJohnson.com. Everyone wants to be liked. While I think we certainly understand that we won't be everyone's cup of tea, and we don't need everyone to like us, I think we all have an innate need or desire to be well-liked. And the reason this is important is because people give opportunities to people they like, and you want every possible opportunity you can get. Whether it's to help other people, become financially secure, get a raise, meet the right person, whatever your dreams and goals may be, those things can't be done without the assistance of other people. It's much easier to seize opportunities when you're liked, and being more likable is something all of us can work on. So here are my 5 tips to help you become instantly more likable and the kind of person other people want to be around. Number 1, lead with your best qualities. Don't lead with your flaws. So many people lead with their flaws because they think it's funny to be self-deprecating, or that they're being real by putting their issues out on the table when they first meet someone. I've met so many people that tell me about their 20-year history with trauma or divorce or mental illness and their struggles, things you don't normally tell someone in the first 10 minutes of meeting them. I think this is because people think if they only have a couple minutes with a person to help the person understand who they are, they must share the most traumatic or significant part of their history. While there is certainly a time and place for this when you know someone more intimately, I think it's distracting when you first meet a person. I want to know the greatness in you, and so does everyone else. Number 2, connect by asking questions. People love to talk about themselves. When we get nervous, we tend to go on and on about ourselves just to fill up dead air. But if you're trying to win the favor of another individual and you're trying to get to know them, the best thing you can do is not talk about yourself. Instead, ask questions about them. Have a list of 5 questions you truly, genuinely want to know about people. For instance, where did you grow up? What was your childhood like? What do you do for a living? Asking questions is the best way to learn more about a person, and it also makes you more likable. Nobody likes to spend time with someone who goes on and on and on about themselves. But like I said before, people love to talk about themselves. So asking lots of questions is a surefire way to be more likable. Number 3, be a great conversationalist. To be a great conversationalist, not only do you have to connect by asking questions, but you have to ask good follow-up questions too. When you first meet a person, they often give vague, short answers in an attempt to be polite. By asking a follow-up question, you show that you're truly interested in what they have to say. We're often hesitant to ask follow-up questions because we don't want to look stupid, as if we didn't understand the person's vague answer. But really, Most people are vague because they want you to ask a follow-up question. So to be more likable, have about 2 to 3 additional questions ready as follow-ups. I promise, people will walk away thinking you were interesting and a great conversationalist. And little will they realize they were the ones doing all the talking. Number 4, mirror the other person's energy. Have you ever been in a conversation with a person that is really hyper and loud and vivacious, while your energy is very calm and chill, and that person keeps upping their energy almost in an attempt to get you to match theirs? We're most comfortable with the person whose energy matches our own. So pay attention to verbal and physical cues a person is sending off while you're speaking to them. Pay attention to the person's body language. Are they starting to move away? Are their eyes drifting? Have they left the conversation mentally? If so, take that cue to re-engage them by directing the conversation back to them. And number 5, just be you. Don't try so hard. A funny story, while shuttling my kids and a bunch of their friends around in the car, I was going through my list of 7,000 questions that I typically ask, not to be more likable, but to get a sense of who these kids are. And I made a comment trying to be funny. Then my daughter said, "Mom, don't be such a try-hard." I said, "What's a try-hard?" And she goes, "Someone that's trying really hard to fit in." While I really was just trying to be funny, the point is, even as adults, we find ourselves feeling a little self-conscious about who we are, especially in a new circle of people. There's nothing more obvious than someone who's trying to act like someone they're not, dressing like someone else, taking on their mannerisms or speech patterns and humor, or pretending to like all the same things and go to the same places. It's just obvious. Instead, just be you. Be you times 2, a cleaned up, polished, likable version of yourself. Nothing is cooler and more attractive than a person who is confident, happy, and self-assured in their own skin. Final thoughts. Remember, the best way to be more likable is to be yourself. I hope these 5 tips are helpful to you. I know I try to remind myself of them, especially when I'm in a new environment. I try to be more likable by making the people around me comfortable, so we can all relax and we all like each other. You just listened to the post titled 5 Tips to Be More Likable by Chalene Johnson of ChaleneJohnson.com. There's a lot of distraction this time of year, but I'm here to tell you that you can end the year right and train your brain with Word Collect. Word Collect is a fun and relaxing mobile game to help keep your mind sharp and grow your vocabulary to pass the time, whether you're waiting to meet Santa or in line at the airport. It has over 2,000 levels, which start easy but get harder as you get better, and new features have just been added for the holiday season, including new limited-time competitive events. So there has never been a better time to start playing, and right now Word Collect is offering you 2,500 coins and 500 gems for free when you download and play. And those extra coins and gems definitely come in handy. They help keep you playing when you get stuck, and take it from me, the last thing you will want to do is stop playing. So stop mindlessly scrolling through social media and train your brain while relaxing. Just go to the Apple or Google store and search for Word Collect. So if you're like me and want to end 2023 with a bang, download Word Collect for free today. This holiday season, you might be looking for nutritious, flavorful meals to fuel you on jam-packed days. Well, our sponsor Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, can help you eat cleanly with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. Save time, stay healthy, and treat yourself to high-quality, delicious meals over the holidays. Choose from over 35 chef-crafted meals every week that support a healthy lifestyle and meet your meal preferences. And by the way, Factor isn't just for dinner. Count on extra convenience any time of day with an assortment of over 55 add-ons to suit various preferences and tastes. Choose from quick breakfast items, lunch to go, grab-and-go snacks, and ready-to-drink cold-pressed juices, shakes, and smoothies. And rest assured, you're making a sustainable choice. Factor offsets 100% of their delivery emissions and source 100% renewable electricity for their production sites and offices. So head to factormeals.com/optimal50 and use code optimal50, that's optimal50, to get 50% off. That's code optimal50 at factormeals.com/optimal50 to get 50% off. Okay, and thanks so much to Chalene for sharing her ideas today. And mind you, anyone's efforts to make friends and be more sociable can be full of ups and downs. So sometimes being yourself does mean oversharing or asking what feels like too many questions. If we're really trying to honor who we are in each moment, we will find that sometimes we want to act on these types of impulses that Chalene has actually advised against. So I'd be lying if I said I don't feel there's some contradiction here. But I still think there's a lot to be said about, again, honing in on the value of being yourself. Because the more you are able to do this, the more your focus will be on self-love. And if you love yourself, it is generally easier to find like-minded people, or at least to be gentle with yourself should you find that you're not attracting the right people and might be considering personal changes. But that's going to bring us to the end for today, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in, and just know that I like you for what it's worth. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll hope to talk to you again tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.